Top 3 Countdown, presented by the New York Lottery. Top receiving duos in Jets history. Number 3, Brandon Marshall and Eric Decker.
I think what the Jets, the receivers, did in 2015 was frankly amazing. Those two guys were as good a receiving duo in the NFL, and they really complemented each other.
There was never a pair in Jet history in one singular season that put up better numbers than Eric Decker and Brandon Marshall.
In Brandon Marshall, the Jets had the big physical receiver who was going to fight for every ball.
Brandon Marshall had the greatest single season of any Jets receiver in history.
And with Eric Decker, you had a guy who was so consistent. He had great hands.
An underrated route runner, so gifted inside the red zone.
They were the most productive wide receiver pair in the history of the franchise. Hard to leave them off the list.
Number 2, Wesley Walker and Al Toon.
When I close my eyes and I picture a receiving duo for the Jets, at least in my time growing up as a Jets fan, it's Al Toon and Wesley Walker.
One of the big things in the 80s, when you think about the Jets offense, you think of Ken O'Brien throwing to Wesley Walker and Al Toon.
Toon, the long strider, the guy who could go deep, but was also a good possession receiver.
He was tall, he was rangy, and not only that, he could cover a lot of ground in a short amount of time.
Wesley Walker was one of the most athletic, fastest receivers in the league.
Wesley could stretch a defense.
They brought the Jets offense to another level.
They were incredible together, Al and Wes.
Number 1, Don Maynard and George Sauer.
They were Joe Namath's Batman and Robin.
Don Maynard is one of the best players the NFL has seen.
He was extremely fast and could run the go route as well as anybody in the league.
He had 88 touchdowns, was just a tremendous wide receiver. And complementing him, George Sauer had 77 touchdowns in just 6 seasons.
More of a possession guy, but very, very short-handed. Those two guys combined to create one of the best receiving duos in Jets history.
So in terms of iconic wide receiver duos, this has to be number 1 on the list.